Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a full face filled of a drugstore makeup. And I don't think I've ever done a full face of drugstore makeup yet. Drugstore makeup is kind of a hit or miss. So like a full face, you kind of have to, I like to work with products that I know work for my skin. So the only thing that I don't think I've tried here yet is this foundation, which is the Wet n Wild, the new Dewy foundation, the Photo Focus from the Photo Focus line. I've tried the original one. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful foundation. I'll definitely say that it depends where you wear it. As far as the Photo Focus one, I really liked it. Did not last on my skin for more than 3-ish hours without like starting to break apart, but that's nothing that like a little zhuzhing, you know, a little powder can't fix. Yeah, this is all drugstore. Not all of it is first impressions, but I kind of have something brewing up in my hair, up here, like that I want to do. I hope you guys are excited for this video. Stay tuned till the end. We're going to be priming the skin with the Photo Focus Coconut Primer. This is a new one. We're also going to be setting our makeup with this. It says you can prime, set, and refresh your makeup. So, this definitely gives you a little bit of a dewy glow, which is great because we're using a dewy foundation. Don't want anything matte to like fight the dewy.
Let's get ready to rumble!
We're gonna start by priming the skin with Maybelline Master Blur Stick. And while I'm here, let me just tell you guys, I really hope everyone is staying safe in these very, very dark times. It's very scary, everything that's happening in the world, but I will say, I hope something better comes of it, you know? I hope that you're all being safe, being diligent about practicing social distancing, you know? Find entertainment any way you can. I know that my go-to way to escape is doing my makeup, watching videos. This is why I thought to combine it. So I love doing my makeup. I love doing my makeup while following along to videos. I love watching YouTube tutorials. Yeah, why not? Why not combine both? Like I said, we're gonna be going in with the Dewy foundation. I have Shell Ivory or Soft Ivory. We're gonna go in with the one that's less pink looking. Oh, does not have that same paint smell that the other one did. Okay, this looks about good. Or this is going to be Soft Ivory. This is too light. This one. Okay, so we're going in with Shell Ivory. But I'm really excited to try this foundation. It's very, because I really, really, really liked how the other one applied, the original one. Though I will say, only good on my skin for like 3-ish hours before it started to break apart. The thing about these foundations is I don't know what's in the formula. They work so nice. It just does it for my skin, you know? Okay. First impression right off the bat, dewy. Than the other one. Not full coverage. I can still see some, you know, I can still see some blemishes here, here, and here. But I don't know that this is my right shade. Or maybe I'm just like insane because I want to be a little tan right now. Not full coverage, which is fine because this is supposed to be like skin anyway. Like this is the big allure and attraction that I had to the original one. It wasn't full coverage. This is sort of like my everyday foundation, like because I have in my collection more full coverage foundations because my face is kind of it has like, you know, like you guys have seen it. It has scarring from like old acne. It has like new things that are happening to it. It just does whatever it does. I do what I gotta do to take care of whatever happened. But if in a week it decides that it wants more, then it wants more. I'm not going to really overdo it on the foundation. It's more so just supposed to be an even layer for me, even out and take away. And it did. The only thing I will say is on current blemishes I've got going on right now, it's not like I can still see the redness peeking through from them. That's not an issue if you have the perfect skin, you know, and the occasional dark spot like old acne scarring. That's not going to be an issue. This is the Hello Halo liquid highlighter. And this is in the shade Hello Goodbye. I originally wanted to do a full face just with Wet n Wild because I realized I don't have a primer, like besides primer spray, but I can't just rely on primer spray. I don't have a primer and I don't have a bronzer. So I decided we will refrain from that. Not to say that I'm not willing to try, I just haven't gotten my hands on them. We're going to actually use this Photo Focus Concealer. Like, I've had this for a little bit. I don't hate it. I don't know why a lot of people don't or didn't like this that much, but I don't have an issue with it. It reminds me a lot of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This one, I've had this and used and abused this so long that it lost the label. Like, it just wore off. It didn't lose. It just is not there anymore because, you know, a lot of time. Oh no, I think I can't let this dry. I didn't know that it was this kind of intense go for the glory and hurry up and blend me type of product. Okay. We will not panic. We will not panic. You see, like, it does good. Like, it really is good. I think what it is, it does the job that I expect of it. I don't particularly love super duper bright under eyes, like super full coverage. I like the look. I don't necessarily want the look all the time. For example, this foundation, I know I'm not gonna wear this for like a full coverage beat. Like, I need it to stay on all day. This is like, all right, I'm gonna go run a few errands. This is like my version of an everyday foundation, you know? Like, I don't feel guilty putting this on. I don't feel like my skin's not gonna breathe. I don't feel like I'm, you know, abusing the hell out of my skin. I feel good when I wear this foundation. And this concealer, to me, does what I want a concealer to do. And that, to me, is a win. Yeah, I think that's about it. You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if you guys have ever seen on like TV or cartoons when characters shave their face and they end up putting like, I don't know if it's tissue paper or toilet paper on their what's it called? On their cuts. But that's what like spot concealing reminds me of. Okay, so now we have to set the under eyes before we continue to crease on me. So we're going to be using Wet n Wild Translucent Photo Focus Powder. It's a very messy powder. It's also one of the best powders I've ever used, drugstore or not. It's just a good all-around powder. I love setting up powders with puffs underneath my eyes. I don't know where I got into that habit. I'm sure I was watching another YouTuber. I can't wait for the day that somebody says that I got them into something, like I got them into a habit, you know. It's going to be such an exciting time for me. What we're going to do now is we are going to bronze the skin. And we're going to be using an old favorite of mine, and by old I don't mean that it is old, I mean that I haven't shown this, but I've loved this for years. So this is my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Highlighter. And this is in the shade 30 Sunkissed, which I don't know if they have like a 10 Sunkissed, but this is a little dark, so I go in with fluffy brush. It's so fluffy! And light hand. So when you hold it at the very, very end, you get the softest application you can. If I held it like this or like this, then it'd be Stripe City. I'm just going to very lightly graze the skin. Give us that very beachy, very beautiful. I was thinking about using that little set, the one from Subtle Beauty. If you guys saw that video, if you didn't, I will link it in the eye right here. If you guys didn't see it, I basically reviewed this little set, but the reason I didn't include it, I don't want to spoil it, but it was not cheap. I love a bronzy nose. I think that just definitely makes you feel like you got baked in the sun. And for someone that does not go to the beach as often as she would like to, like I live in Miami, right? Let me just say I've had maybe about a month and a half straight that I've been telling my boyfriend, hey, why don't we go to the beach this weekend? Let's go to the beach on Sunday. Why don't we go to the beach? Let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Can I just start off on a little rant right now? Miami is about 80 to 98 degrees-ish year round, with the exception of like a month and a half of the year. Tell me why. We're going in with Flower Beauty powder blush. This is her Flower Pots Peach Primrose. Tell me why the moment that I said I want to go to the beach, frickin' Miami Beach is 50 degrees, 53 degrees, 47 degrees. And now that it's frickin' spring break, I can't even go to the beach because safety and social distancing, and everybody does not obviously, like, why are you people at the beach? It's a pandemic. We're in a crisis. Whatever. Not getting too much into it. Can we all just please be safe? Que te cuesta? Que te cuesta? Ooh, I like this. I like this blush. Oof, this is beautiful. This is very nice. And we're going in with this Wet n Wild highlighter and Precious Petals. This, wait, just wait. I'm gonna do one sweep or three. But you dust off the excess and then just go down the bridge of the nose. Do you see this exclamation mark that I just made on my nose? And let's just make it super duper shiny because I love a shiny snout. Okay. So yeah, back to my point. Okay, I don't want to highlight my chin so much because I have a breakout right here. And I feel like with a dewy foundation, why make it shiny when it's gonna go dewy anyway? We're gonna do our eyebrows next, and we are using drugstore products. We're using my Unbelievable by L'Oreal, and I love this product so much, dude. I think I've said it before already, but this is a dupe for the Wonder Brow. I'm just kind of applying a little bit to the tip of my Morphe E29 brush. I brush the hairs up and then just start to fill them in. So yeah, this is a dupe for the Wonder Brow. It's very, like, once it goes on, you can't really move it. So I'm not gonna tell you to like rush through it, because don't rush through your brows. Your brows will know. It's like, you know, when you're printing something in an emergency, like you have to, well, I don't know about you guys. I don't know where you guys work, but I work in an office. Sometimes, like, I need something right away that I obviously delayed by my own accord, because I said, well, I'll print it when I need it. Guess what? Day comes, I need it. Bam, you ran out of ink. Bam, there's no paper. Bam, now it's clogged. Bam, jam. Bam, no ma'am. And it really does become a wham bam. Basically what I'm trying to say is don't rush through your brows. They'll know. Like, when you are so you've taken the same route like 80 times to work, so you say, let me just take that extra 5 minutes, you know, that extra 15 minutes and to sleep. And you do, and then there's an accident on the freeway. Even though there's never been an accident before, there will be an accident that day. Basically what I'm trying to say is don't rush and don't risk it. The thing I really do love about this product is that it just self-sets, you know? Once it's there, it's there. It's not moving, it's not going anywhere. I haven't really seen many people talk about this, and that's okay. I feel like it'd be so hard to find, and if not hard to find, would definitely increase in price. So let's just keep this our secret. We're gonna go into the eyes now, and we're going to actually be using our Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. And this isn't really, like, there's no real color to it. Like, it has a color, but it goes on translucent. Or it doesn't go on translucent, it just blends into your skin. You see, like, it's right there. This is the product. I don't like to use much of it. I kind of work it into my hand with my fingertip, and then I apply it directly onto my lid. I let that dry on its own, You could set it with a powder. I've done that too. It doesn't really make much of a difference than letting it dry on its own. And I've used this primer a few times. But when I say a few times, I don't mean like, oh, I was testing it and like I didn't like it or it just was, no, like I mean like I barely use primers as it is. Eye primers, like I much prefer going with my concealer, and that just is enough for me. When I've remembered, it's that I don't remember. But at the times that I do remember, this was the one I reached before I got my P. Louise one. So super, super nice. So we're actually going to be going in with this e.l.f. Meet It Nude palette. And when I saw this palette, I was in love. And I mean, like, I really was in love. Like, I think it was like love at first sight, like something super romantic that I've never experienced before. Yeah, I'm gonna set this with a primer. With a powder with a... Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, because this dried already. You did it to one, you gotta do it to the other. Remember that. I don't have like a smoky eye. I've been doing a lot of bold brights in my channel lately, and also like short little IG videos. They've all been like super bright. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this 4th shade. There's no names on it, so it's just a super light matte pinky shade. We're gonna go in with that. It's funny, like I was saying, my mother was actually telling me like, maybe I do something a little bit for me. I don't really like those looks. Something that she's very much more into like neutrals, and she's much more into muted looks, like very everyday wearable looks. And not to say that a hot pink eyeshadow look is not wearable, it very much totally is. She's older, she's more mature, so something a little bit more for her. Mama's wishes, my command. We set that. We set the crease. We just run this through the crease. And this is a Morphe M573. The thing I don't like about this palette, or like I'm confused and conflicted about this palette, is that it goes from like super light to super dark. So I'm gonna mix this one. I'm gonna mix a little bit of this light pink shade with the light brown shade. And I mean, I tap once and I barely. And I tap once and I barely. We got that? Okay. I mean, like, I'm not complaining, because this is like super affordable. This is like a $10 palette. And we're deepening up the crease with, yeah, you can tell. Okay, we're deepening up the crease with this. Again, we're just re-dipping it back into the mixture. And we're moving in circular motions from inner to outer crease, okay? With, again, light hand, circular motion. We're gripping from the very, very end. We don't want to go in too harsh. We haven't stopped doing the double mixture. Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. And dip into the dark brown one. This is not a race. This is a marathon. It doesn't matter who finishes in first place. It just matters that you do it and you did it gracefully. I am going to extend it just a smidge. And then we're going to do that to the other eye. It's okay if it doesn't have the color you want, because you can make it, it alternates between circular motions and just windshield wiper motions. A little bit below where we just initially laid out the pink with the fluffy brush. But I mean just a little bit, like, here's my crease. Well, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to create a new crease. I'm just trying to deepen it and like bring it forward. We're actually going to deepen the outer edge right here with just this color. Again, just the same color that we were using. We're not adding the pink, it's just the same one. And we're using a bit of a tapered brush. M506 Morphe. And we're going to start defining the outer V. These shadows are kind of dusty. I will say that. But what I will say is, because we're going super light, there's no fallout. Wow. What happens when you have patience and go lightly? You know, speaking of patience, I feel like that's something I really need to work on. Like, I have none of it. I'm not saying like I'm a fuse and I blow up every second. Like I'm not Giannina from Love is Blind, if you know, you know. But I need to work on patience. That's like a big flaw I have. That's a big flaw I think many people have, especially millennials, like us as a whole generation, are kind of so used to instant gratification because we have the internet. Ooh, I like this one more than this one. No, I don't. I like this one more. Like I was saying, you know, I feel like I need to work on my patience. I sort of don't have any, like don't have much of it. And it's not really a good thing, or it's not anything I'm proud of. Okay, now we're gonna go in very, very light-handedly into this one, which is the second to the last one. I'm gonna grab some. I'm going to grab some, and then I'm gonna grab, and then I'm gonna grab. Through things like texting, like, oh, well, why'd you take like 5 hours to text me back? Well, you know, back in our parents' days, they didn't really have 5 hours. Like they didn't have text, like they had beepers, you know, and that was like a new thing too, like not even. I'm grabbing concealer and I'm putting it in the back of my hand. I think my point in saying this, I'm going to start holding myself accountable to things I say, to things I do, you know, the way I react to, you know, being left on red, and things like the way I react to, you know, yeah, don't take like 5 hours to text me back, like maybe I should just chill. Like that's the thing, like there's some things that I have to learn, like just get over it, dude. Like there's a pandemic right now in the world, and there's people on the beach right now, and they just don't care about our lives, and I haven't been able to go to the beach. Okay, so I grabbed, oof, okay, I'm putting that. Does that look good? Can you even tell? Ooh, yeah, it looks super foily. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I grabbed, I'm super excited about this. I grabbed this shade, the second shade, and it's like a foily sort of gold, like champagne. Who says your eyeshadow has to cost $50? Not elf. I want to do this pink shade, like this pink shade. So with this little bullet brush, like a fluffy bullet brush, I'm grabbing the pink and I'm grabbing the brown, like I did for the crease. And we're just going to run this through our lash line as long as it takes. And I say as long as it takes because it will take a little bit. Like I think you have to work extra careful with, you know, products like this. And by extra careful, I mean like don't rush it, you know, don't think like, oh, I'm tired, like let me just, don't. My whole point in all this is like just to get out there that we should all be a little bit more patient. That also goes for the coronavirus, you know, like the quarantine. Like I know it's boring to stay home. Like many of us do this regularly, but like being mandated by the frickin' government is just, who are you to tell me to stay home, you know? And I only say that because that's me. Like I love being home so much. But as soon as I have to be home, well, that's not fair. What if I want to go out? I'm going in with Precious Petals, the highlighter from Wet n Wild, and just highlighting my ear. Ooh. It's crazy. It's crazy because me and Max were just talking about this, and it was like, well, everyone says they want to stay home, but once they're home, everyone's gonna say they want to go out. Like we just can't be helped. This is Wet n Wild non-stop nude. I broke the tip off. I don't know what happened to it. Going with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. I picked this one because the smell reminded me of the original Photo Focus smell. Not particularly to say that they're the same. Not particularly to say that they're the same smell, like the same scent, because they're not. One smelled like paint. This one smelling mascaras. So back to my point, they both smelled bad, but performed beautifully. It's kind of like a MAC. Like, I don't like the way MAC foundation smells, but I love the way it looks on the skin. Wow, this does not look like when, like, you know, $10 eyeshadow. Oh, here's the tip. Where's my, oh. It's just very flimsy now, so, because I broke it. We grabbed this Makeup Revolution Iconic Matte Nude Lipstick and Expose. Wow. So, trick. Get a spoolie and just kind of ba-bam. Didn't even happen. Then grab your whatever you use to blend out your foundation / concealer. It's like I got a nose job. Didn't even happen. We're gonna do the hair and then we're gonna be back. Well, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it so much. I really enjoyed making it and venting to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed that too. I think I'm gonna make this a thing because I have a lot to talk about and not many people want to listen to me, so surely somebody's got to. So you guys got lucky. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. You know, I had a lot of great products. I don't think I had any misses. Like I said, these are all kind of, you know, my favorite products. I was just doing a first impression on these babies. They're very good. I was gonna do false lashes, but no. It turned out so much better than I thought it would. I was kind of struggling, like, what am I gonna do with this? Because I've used this before, like a time or two. Did not come up with this. Like I said, my best looks are the ones that I don't plan on. My best looks are the ones that, like, we're just kind of going, like, I zone out and I talk to you guys and I talk to myself and I talk to a mirror and a camera and lights, and I'm like, thank you for listening, you know? Thank you for this. If you are taking time out of your quarantine to just lose it in these videos, then I am more than happy to keep on making them for you guys. I know that that's what I do. I like it. This is, you know, an hour out of my day that I didn't think about anything bad. I know I talked about it a lot, but I didn't think about it. Thoughts on this foundation? Very beautiful. Does not disappoint. It's a little bit less coverage than the original one, but that's okay. It's dewy, you know. I feel like this isn't for the everyday full coverage wear, and that's fine. I'm not. I like my skin to look like skin and feel like skin, and that is what this does and what this provides for me, and I feel like it'll wear beautifully throughout the, like, as the day goes on. So something that I will say to you is I will leave in the description how this wore, if I liked it, how my skin reacted to it. If tomorrow I wake up with like 5 more blemishes, then we'll know it's that. So I will let you all know, and again, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you have hit that notification bell button. Leave me a comment, thumbs this video up, follow me on social media. I have them all linked down below. All you have to do is click it. You don't even have to go on your separate apps. I think that's it. Make sure you check out other videos that I've posted. I just kind of go on about things. Thank you guys again. I hope you guys liked the video. So it's either you did one eye bad or you didn't do it right. That means the same thing. We ran this through the crease. We ran this